Hey everyone, it's Landon. Today I'm going to show you how to keep persistent settings. So in the last video, I showed you that if you do shift colon and you do set number, it'll set the number on the side. And if we start typing, all this stuff, random text, all the line numbers show up on the side. Now, the problem with that is that it only sets it for that session. So if we quit forcibly and we come back into Vim, well, it's not there anymore. It doesn't show our line numbers. So there's no like GUI settings page you'll be able to take a box and it'll turn the line numbers on. So we actually have to do we have to make a file named .vimrc, and that's our Vim settings page. So the way we can do this is there's two ways. We can either do touch.vimrc, which will actually create a .vimrc file, or we can just do vim.vimrc and Vim will actually create the file for us. Now, I actually have my own personal vimrc on my Raspberry Pi, which I actually have to pull up, which I forgot to. And so this will allow us to see some settings that I have. It's actually on my Github page, which will be linked below. And let's get started with this. So if we actually want to keep some persistent settings, all we have to do is put in it inside our .vimrc, and it's just like doing it in a little command prompt down here, except every time you open up Vim, it'll persistently stay through every single session. So we can actually do set number, and you can see that the syntax highlighting is working so that we actually know that we're typing this correctly. And then we can do set relative line number, which would be relative number. So now if we write and then quit and we go back into Vim, oops, my bad. If we go back into the vimrc, we'll actually see that we have the line numbers and relative line numbers right here. Now what we can do next is we can actually go on the next line and we can actually set it so that when you're using an IDE, right, and you type in a function, let's say we have a Java function, Java string, test string, and then we do a open curly bracket. Well, usually in an IDE or a text editor such as Sublime, it would, once you create this curly bracket right here, it'll create another one and place you right here. Now, Vim doesn't automatically do that. And now, this is something I actually found, which is very, very useful, and it'll automatically do it for you and set you within the tab spaces. And we will also set the tab spaces to 4, which is normal for most text editors. I mean, you can personally set it to whatever you like, but 4 is usually the standard. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set the smart indent. Then we're going to set the tab stop, so we're going to set how big the tabs are, equal to 4. We're going to set the shift width to 4. Shift width equal to 4. Then we're going to do set expand tab, so we're going to expand the tab, and then we are also going to add these settings called iNormaps. Now, I don't very much personally know what they are, but I believe it is actually to allow Vim to automatically set the curly braces and the spacing correctly. You can actually look these up. I haven't really looked them up just because I know that they do work. If you just look this up on Stack Overflow, you'll get a correct answer about it. But we're just going to type it out here just because I know that this makes the tabbing correct. So then we're going to do CR again, and then we're going to do C-O, and then we're going to do S-O, S-O, and then we are going to actually delete this curly bracket right here. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to do iNormap. Actually, we can use some of our little commands here that we used before to actually make this a little easier for us. So if we YY to yank the line, and then we paste, because these lines are going to be a little similar, and we're going to go into insert mode, and we're going to change this to a bracket, and we're going to change these to brackets as well. It's going to be the same bracket, and then we're going to change this to a parenthesis, and parenthesis. Now, hopefully I spelled this all correctly, because if I write and quit, and then go back into our vim.rc, and now if we look, say we want to do that public string test string method, and look at that. It gives us our first curly brace. It'll then automatically put us right here, and it'll also add the closing brace. Now these are some simple vimrc settings for everyday use, and this will allow you to have a more custom Vim experience. Now you can look up a lot of these things online. I was just showing you my personal one and what it entails. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm also going to show you how to actually install plugins. Now there's a plugin manager called Vundle, and now Vundle is a package manager that just handles all packages, and a lot of plugins that you find online through GitHub or other sources are compatible with Vundle. So we're actually going to go into Google Chrome, and we're going to actually look up Vundle. And if we look up Vundle, we'll see online, if my very slow Linux machine will load it, you can actually go to this first link, vundlevim/vundlevim, and you're going to go right into here, and you're going to see that this is a package manager. You can read all about this, but what we want actually is we want this right here. We want this line. Now if you don't have if you don't have Git, because we're going to need Git to actually download this and clone it, all you're going to do is you're just going to do the same things we did for Vim, sudo apt-get space install git, and there's my devious password, the password, and this should be installed on most computers now, but if it's not, all you're going to do is enter your password and it will install it. And you're going to want to go to your home directory, just cd, and then you're going to paste what we just copied, and you're going to clone it. Now I already have Vundle, but it'll just overwrite that. It'll keep my settings the same. And now, actually I'm sorry, I don't have Vundle on this computer. Okay, perfect. I have it on my other computer. So now what we can do is we can actually go back to Google Chrome, and we're just going to take this right here. They actually lay it out perfectly for you. And we're going to take some certain things from this little this little skeleton file. What we're going to take is we're going to take the plugin, Vundle Vim. Yeah, Vundle needs to know that it's there. And we're going to copy this, and we're going to go back into our vimrc, vim.vimrc. We're actually going to go to the top, and we're just going to paste this in with regular paste, because we're not using Vim's yank and paste. Now once we've added this, we also need to add another thing, which is going to be right here, which is call Vundle and file type plugin indent on, right here. I'm just going to copy the comments also, just so we can see what they are. Oop, sorry, insert mode, and we're going to just paste that in right here. We're going to go back up to here, and there we go. Now all we're going to need to do is we're going to be able to write and quit vimrc, and now if we actually go into our command prompt, we do shift : and we do plugin install, or I'm sorry, if you can do plugin install, or you can do plugin update, which will update our plugins. So Vundle actually needs to update itself, and then it installed Vundle onto our computer. Now if we hit Q, we'll quit out of that, and then now we can actually go in and we can do adding our plugins. Now there's multiple ways to do this. I believe, I haven't done it personally, but I believe it's plugin list. No, it's not plugin list, it's plugin, just plugin, I believe. Nope, sorry, plugins, nope. What would it be? Plugin install, I believe. Oh, plugin search, there we are. So if we quit and we do plugin search, we can actually look through all of these plugins, and let's say we want, let's look up one I know, which would be Syntastic. not Syntastic, it would be search, which is S, and if we do Syntastic, that's one right there. And if we want to install it, all we're gonna have to do is just click I, and it'll install it for us. And now if we go to plugin install, Syntastic is actually there for us. Now if we quit out of here, right and quit, and we go back into our vimrc, usually you can manually add plugins, which you'd actually have to do type plugin, and then on the GitHub page it should show you what you need to add here. So let's just say I had my own, which would be Landon P1203 and Vim plugin. That's how you would do it, and that is it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is all very simple, and I hope you guys have a great day. See you in the next video.